nerds, I decided in honor of RWBY premiering very shortly, I would do a breakdown of the songs of RWBY, the intro songs, that is, because there's a lot of work put into them, and not just performance-wise and writing-wise, but a lot of the intro songs seem to reflect the arc of the season that it represents, the volume, and has some overarching themes that I think we can use to, in the future, kind of predict what might happen in RWBY based on the songs. This video is going to be for This Will Be the Day. It's the intro for Volume 1, and it's performed by Casey Lee Williams and is written by Jeff Williams. So, it's a really straightforward song at first. They see you as small and helpless. They see you as just a child, surprised when they find out that a warrior will soon run wild. I think this is a direct reference to RWBY herself, someone who, without her weapon, can't really fight hand to hand, and is generally someone who is seen, at least in normal society, I would even say in the real world, as opposed to this fairy tale world that RWBY exists within, that they would think of a young girl as not being able to hold her own, not being able to protect herself. But she actually can, regardless of her size and stature, and regardless of being a child. Now, prepare for your greatest moments. Prepare for your finest hour. The dream that you always dream is suddenly about to flower. Now, this one's a little more vague, but I think this reference to a finest hour is really reminiscent of kind of someone laying down their life for their country, for their nation, for what they think is right. Their greatest moment, something that they'll peak on, and the dream that they had. And you can use this to describe many people who go to Beacon wanting to become hunters and huntresses. And it's kind of saying that they might put they're willing to put their lives on the line when the glory of protecting their homeland and being the hero they always wanted to be. I think this is very directly referencing the events kind of Volume 3 onward. I won't linger on that because we have a lot more song left. This is where it starts to get interesting. We are lightning straying from the thunder, miracles of ancient wonder. Obviously, if we're talking about the kids who are, or young adults who are training to become hunters and huntresses, then this obviously, they're the lightning, and the thunder are, well, hunters and huntresses that already exist, the people who are currently protecting the world, the people whose shoes they will eventually fill, and they're going off on their own, they're doing their own thing, much like RWBY's team in Volume 2, in terms of having autonomy and deciding for this higher purpose instead of just staying in school and just doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's a kind of a common trope in like young adult fantasy. The kid's off alone. Makes sense. And of course we hit the chorus. This will be the day you've waited for. This will be the day you open up the door. You open up the door, sorry. Not whole door. That's pretty straightforward too, and it's just keeping up with that idea that they're going to do something great. And you open up those possibilities. Okay? I don't want to hear your absolution. Hope you're ready for a revolution. Oh, welcome to the world of new solutions. Welcome to the world of bloody evolution. This kind of seems in line with the plan of our main antagonist. I'm talking throughout all the volumes, not the basically the centralized villain, and kind of making the people hate their government and preparing for a revolution to dethrone the government, I think it's pretty clear. And they're not saying this might happen. They say prepare for it. And of course, this is before it happens. This song is from season 1. So it's kind of laying the seeds of what ends up happening later and what we're going to see more of in Volume 4. In time, your heart will open minds. A story will be told, and victory is in a simple soul. I think this is a direct reference to RWBY and like her key status and kind of I don't say fixing everything, but it seems like victory is in a simple soul. Someone who doesn't maybe have super aspirations of glory. Someone who, and if it's love that's gonna do this, then it makes sense for it to be someone who has investment as a hunter or a huntress, more because of what they want to do for other people as opposed to the glory they could have. Think people who want to be famous, like Pierre and Nikos. That doesn't really describe them. There's a lot of people who have various intentions in terms of aspiring for power. But I think RWBY makes the most sense. I guess runners-up for that could also be someone like Penny. So I think that it might be it could even be a reference to someone dying, I guess, as well. But victory hasn't been attained yet, or has it? Your world needs a great defender. Your world's in the way of harm. You want a romantic life, a fairy tale that's full of charm. Given that a lot of the characters in RWBY and Team RWBY itself are based off of references to fairy tale characters, I'm pretty sure it's obvious that they're saying, even though we're using the imagery and mythos of these characters you may recognize, fairy tales, happily ever afters, that's not how the story is going to go. It's going to be much darker, and in universe, instead of talking about, like, you know, looking outside in as opposed to inside out. This world needs a great defender. This world's in the way of harm. Saying that, you know, even though we haven't come to any lines talking about the fact that there is peace, I think this means that, you know, things are going to get disrupted, and, you know, someone needs to step up. And obviously, you know, we have our heroes trying to step up. Beware that the light is fading. Beware as the dark returns. This world's unforgiving. Even brilliant lights will cease to burn. This is death. It's like that phrase, the candle flickers most violently before it actually goes out. This is actually kind of a reference to that whole finest hour thing. You know, you're doing your best. I think it's a reference to death in, like, their most glorious moment. Thinking of the major character death at the end of Volume 3. I don't know if that had been planned this far in advance, but it seemed like it was. This is definitely saying there's going to be some martyrdom, you know? And, you know, the show starts off so optimistic, but it's reminding you or telling you very early on that it's going to be a lot of trouble and some lights are going to go out. Pretty easy, right? This line here I want to make a reference to, because a few lines ago I didn't mention it. It was Weird Lightning String from the Thunder, Miracles of Ancient Wonder. Legends scatter. We already know we have fairy tale reference characters, but we also have characters like Joan of Arc and mythical, like, real life inspiring people, and people who are fictional but were like heroes or in you know, creation mythos. There's a lot of references even I don't know in terms of character names and references. However, legend scattering, I think, is a reference to Beacon kind of breaking down and people splitting up, like everyone going in different directions, which does happen. So that's something that I think is pretty direct. This whole song is really, really direct. Day and night will sever. Hope and peace are lost forever. I mean, this seems kind of final. And I do think there's hope. I don't think that the whole story of RWBY is going to end ultimately negatively, but it is saying that there is going to be, you know, some separation of light and dark. Like, things are going to become, there's going to become a world of extremes, I think, is what this is illustrating. Peace being lost forever and hope being lost forever are the goals of our main antagonist. In a way, I suppose anarchy is also kind of one of those things that she wants. So I think this is really just a reflection of that. And I think we're going to start seeing a trend here in these negative things, because after this verse, after these lines, all that's left is the chorus. We just chorus again. This will be the day you waited for. You know, the day that you die is basically what it's saying. I think that looking at the lines of the songs can uncover some foreshadowing, even if a lot of the lyrics are pretty straightforward. I think it's good to look at them and really think about them. And I'm going to be referencing ideas that are present in This Will Be the Day when I look at things for the Volume 2 song. So it's good to watch these videos in order if you're interested, because I think these overarching themes will persist, and I think it'll be interesting to watch. That being said, thank you so much for watching this video. It really means a lot to me. I'm gonna try and make sure that I have these posted by the time the Volume 4 Episode 1 premieres on the 22nd. Today's the 20th, so I still have some time. Hopefully this will be posted today. You can like this video. You can subscribe to Symphony of the Nerds. That'd be awesome. You can get more nerdy content on animated stuff and live action-ish stuff. So thanks for watching, guys, and this will be the day that you subscribe to Symphony of the Nerds. See you later.